I'm James C634. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this video, we're talking about insect breathing from Demon Slayer. Now, I am very excited because this is a very unique and very interesting breathing style, and I can't wait to talk about it. So, let's get straight into it by talking about what is insect breathing. So, insect breathing focuses very heavily on stings and the flutters of insects. And their stings, their flutters, their movements, their stings and their movements. And this is actually the only breathing style to be 3 away from sun breathing. Now, what I mean by that is you have insect, which is 3 away. You have flower. So insect comes from better not do that. Insect comes from flower, and then flower comes from water. Water is 1 breathing style away from sun breathing, and this is the only one to be 3 away. The rest are all either 2 or 1 away. So that's obviously quite fascinating to start with. Now, where did insect breathing come from? And who are the only or the main users that we see of it? Now, we only see one user in the show, which is Shinobu Kocho, the insect Hashira, and the younger sister of Kane Kocho, the former flower Hashira. Now, Shinobu wanted to join the Demon Slayer Corps, and she had her personal reasons, which I can't say because technically it's spoilers, but she wasn't able to cut a demon's head off. She lacked the physical strength, so she needed to come up with a way to kill demons without being able to kill them the standard way. And if you don't know, there are only 2 ways to kill demons. One is to cut their head off with the Nichiren sword, and the second way to kill a demon is with wisteria poison, which comes from wisteria flowers. So that's what Shinobu did. She focused very heavily on wisteria poisons. Now, they had a lot of information on how wisteria poison would affect the general demon, but they actually don't know much about how it affects the upper ranks and even Muzan himself, because, well, they just don't have much information on the Kizuki or Muzan because of how rare it is to even come across them. I mean, Tanjiro has somehow come across Muzan more than any other Hashira, previous or current, except for Yoruichi, has come across Muzan, or even an upper Kizuki, even maybe lower Kizuki as well, because normally they don't really come across, like, that's how rare they are, that somehow Tanjiro has come across more in his 3 or 4 year stint than people have in their entire lifetimes in Demon Slayer Corps. So that's why they don't have much information on how wisteria poison affects them. Sorry, that was just a rant I had to go on because that's pretty crazy. But basically, let's talk about insect breathing and how Shinobu does it. So you might be thinking, if she can cut a demon's head off, how does she break their skin and inject poison? She has a special weapon, and it's a sword, but it's just it's basically just a tipped barb at the top, and then the blade is missing. It's just a bar instead of blade. And how she gets the poison into this is in her sword sheath. It's specially made to mix up the wisteria poison and put it onto her blade. Now, obviously, the blade is limited on how much poison it can inject, but we know it's enough to kill regular demons, because otherwise she wouldn't be a Hashira. After all, you have to make at least 50 demon kills, or kill a Hashira, or not a Hashira, kill a Kizuki in order to become a Hashira, so we know it is effective on regular demons. Now, let's talk about the forms. Now, they're not called forms, which is also, once again, really interesting. It is a form, like, you do have to realize, insect breathing makes up for lack of strength, and the breathing styles in it aren't even called forms, they're called dances, which is really cool again. Now, it has 4 dances, the first one being butterfly dance, Capri? Butterfly dance, that's, yeah. It's jump forward with multiple stabbing movements striking at the demon. We actually see this in season 1 in the Spider Forest. We see this against the sister, or I don't know exactly how their family worked. We see it against one of the demons. Then we have the second dance, which is Dance of the Bee Sting True Flutter, which is it's a quick dash forward with a singular stabbing movement focused on speed and strength. Now, this was quite impressive considering that it caught Doma off guard and she managed to hit one of the upper Kizuki with this ability. Now I'm not going to say which one and what even happened, but yeah, that was pretty impressive that she managed to hit an upper Kizuki with this ability. Now, the third dance is Dance of the Dragonfly Compound Eye Hexagon. Hexagon. And this is a 6-strike stabbing. It's a 6-strike stabbing movement focusing heavily on vital points such as the neck and the heart. Now, this is basically form number 1 without the jump forward. And this one you actually focus more on the vital points, but obviously in the first form you're going to be focusing on the vital points too. They just make an extra note of it for the separation of dances. Yeah. Now the last and final dance, and I think probably one of the more powerful and amazing dances, is Dance of the Centipede 100-legged zigzag. Now how this works is you move in a zigzag motion, creating after images. Like you constantly move forward, you don't just move side to side, but you move forward in a zigzag motion, creating after images. And the goal is to strike the demon, the same as with the rest of them. But that's absolutely insane, and she actually broke a bridge when she used this ability. She is obviously Shinobu Kocho, considering there's only one user of it that we see. Have I? Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Serpent breathing will be next. Let me know what one of the main 4 that I have left that you want to see, because obviously Sun and Moon will be last. So what do you want to see next? Do you want to see thunder? Do you want to see wind breathing? Do you want to see flame breathing? Or do you want to see stone breathing? Let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy this, hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be lots more Demon Slayer content, and leave a like.